looking at 6F, and 6F focuses on graphing sine and cosine graphs, but focusing on that horizontal shift. So when we have got a horizontal shift to the left, first thing I want us to think about is it would be plus here. So x plus pi over 2. That means we're starting off here with a intercept at 1, and that shift, and at that point where y is 1 has been shifted over by pi over 2. Likewise, same thing with sine, but this time because I've got x take away pi over 2, another way I can think about it is how do I make this 0? X must be pi over 2, it's positive, so it's a shift to the right by pi over 2. First thing we're going to be looking at is the function of f with a domain of x is equal to and greater than 0 and equal to and less than 2 pi is sketched with all real numbers of f of x is equal to cosine x plus pi over 4. So straight away from what we know so far, period, there should be a value b in front of the x. In this case, we've got nothing, so it's 1, which means our period will just be 2 pi. Our amplitude is the a in front of the cosine, and that's 1. So now we can sketch this basic graph. This is without any shift. So when we're shifting, because it's got plus pi over 4, it means we are moving to the left by pi over 4. An easy way to do this when there's no vertical shift is we're able just to go, okay, what is this point here? And shift that over by pi over 4. So go 0, take away pi over 4, and that will get me that new spot. Likewise with pi here, I can go pi, take away pi over 4. So we can use that to make it easier. If we are wanting to do the calculations, then for x-intercepts, straight away, we know for an x-intercept for cosine on the unit circle, it would be pi over 2 and 3 pi over 2. So straight away, I can say that I've got pi over 2, and that is equal to what's in here, x plus pi over 4. Next step is getting x by itself, so I take pi over 4 away, and that gives me pi over 4. Now, each time we've got an intercept, we're adding a period, so I can just go plus pi. If I wanted a rule, I could go plus n pi, and that will give me whatever intercept I'm wanting. So in this case, that equals 5 pi over 4. I can keep on going. 5 pi over 4 plus pi gives me 9 pi over 4. Likewise with y-intercepts, I just need to make x equals 0, substitute that into the calculator, and I will get square root 2 over 2. So for the function f, with a domain of x is equal to 0 and or greater, and x is equal to or less than 2 pi, sketched with all real numbers of f of x is equal to sine 2x plus pi over 6. So again, we've got a b value here this time, which is 2, which means our period will be 2 pi over that 2 value, which will give me pi. Our amplitude is always that number out the front of sine, which is, in this case, 1. We've got a horizontal shift. Now, in this case here, what does x need to be? It needs to be negative pi over 12. In this form, if you want to truly see the horizontal shift in this form without doing any calculations, just factor out the 2 and rewrite it, because this would then be 2 in brackets x plus pi over 12. Now we're going to sketch the basic graph of sine. Then I'm going to look at the amplitude. What is actually going on with the... So this 2 is a dilation from the y-axis of a half. So that's what we can see. Our period has been cut in half, so it's been compression. The next thing we need to be thinking about is our shift. We are shifting by pi over 12 in the negative direction. So whatever our value is here, we are taking away pi over 12. Now, that means we can see that by looking at our 4 points and then using that to help us out, especially with our x-intercepts. But sometimes we want to do it through finding our points. So straight away, if I'm looking at our y-intercept here, I will make x equals 0 and solve it, and I get 0.5. Likewise, with my x-intercepts, I'm going 0 is equal to sine 2x plus pi over 6. If I'm thinking about sine equals 0, then that will give me 0 on our unit circle, or pi. Now here I've got 2x plus pi over 6 equals 0. I then need to get x by itself. So I will take that away and then I will divide by 2, and that will give me x is equal to negative pi over 12. So that's this point right here. Now again, we need to be thinking about our half of our period. Our half of our period will be our period's pi, so half is pi over 2. That means we are adding and subtracting pi over 2 each time to get to our next point. I could make this a rule and go n pi over 2. N is whatever intercept I am wanting. So that gives me x is equal to 5 pi over 12, and then I will do the same thing. 5 pi over 12 plus pi over 2 will give me 11 pi over 12, and I'll keep on doing this.